Call of Duty has been on a development cycle of 3 years for each particular studio that develops it, those being Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and Sledgehammer Games. Now, the fact is that Call of Duty releasing every year does produce a high amount of sales, but it also produces a high amount of complaints. When Black Ops 4 initially released, it was said that there would be no supply drops in it, you would not have to deal with weapons in the supply drops, and a whole bunch of other lies that Treyarch decided to put out. Later, the microtransaction system was added in, including reserve crates, ways to actually buy the supply drops outright, dramatically low earn rates on weapons, but dramatically high rates on earning filler. All of this stuff made Black Ops 4 very, very annoying to play. The lack of original content, the lack of a campaign, and the overabundance and oversaturation of Blackout and zombies and those particular focuses made the game stagnant for a lot of people. Most people come to Call of Duty to play the multiplayer and the campaign, not the third game mode. They were focused so much on zombies that year that I think that it just made the game very, very boring after a while. Exactly 1 year later, they introduced a new black market system, which was the reserve system, in which you could actually earn reserve crates, and through those reserve crates, if you saved up enough of them, you can actually earn, right now as I'm recording this, a weapon that you want. You can pick any weapon that you want. If you earn, say, 6 of them, there's always a special camo that you can unlock for free. You don't have to pay for it, and there's always a double XP playlist going to be happening. That coupled with the 10 prestiges and 1,000 levels after that gives you so much more to do for a second year in for Black Ops 4. Modern Warfare is plagued with issues. It is plagued with camping, it is plagued with Claymore spam and 725 spam. It's just a really annoying game. There's a lack of maps. It's a good game in some respects, I should say that, but it is a bad game in a lot of others. This brings me to my following point. Call of Duty needs a 2-year release cycle, and what that means is that it needs to be released every 2 years instead of every 1 year. This will give the developers time to actually perfect the game a lot further, add additional content, and not have to worry so much about supply drops, because if the game is good without so much spamming and, you know, all these glitches and shit, the game itself will have a longer life cycle than just 1 year. You get what you pay for, and the thing is that with us paying upwards of $60 for a Call of Duty game, I believe we should be getting our money's worth. If we're paying $200 for a game, then I believe our game should work properly at the start of its life cycle. Now, people may say, okay, well then what are we going to play every year? Play a different game. I mean, it's really not hard to comprehend. Just play a different game. People have gotten used to playing Call of Duty every single year. It's like digital crack for a lot of, and I understand that. I mean, I like Call of Duty being played every year. It's the one thing that I look forward to in gaming that I can count on. It's always the same thing. But the fact is that every single year we say Call of Duty is bad. Every single year we say that particular Call of Duty sucks. And then a year later, we're back playing it saying this is actually a pretty decent game. The reason is because Call of Duty, after a year, has had time to actually, you know, fix itself. It's been fixed. If you're going to release Call of Duty every single year, put it in a pre-alpha stage or put it as an early access stage. I'm perfectly willing to accept that, and then release the full game completely fine a year later after the first pre-alpha stage has been released. That will give the developers time to fix it, make it better, and basically take in all of the different criticisms and compliments of the community to make their game better. Call of Duty used to last for years. You could still play Modern Warfare 3 now. The reason that is because the game is fixed as best as it possibly can be for that particular game. This is something that I think very, very few people actually consider when they're playing Call of Duty. I am playing Black Ops 4 right now simply because there is not enough to do in Modern Warfare. There's not enough challenges to go for. Well, there are challenges, but they're useless. They don't really give you anything. At this point, I'm kind of wishing they would start adding weapons into the game now. I really hope that they don't, but you know, that would just give me something to do in the game. Yeah, I like earning camos and stuff, but there's just not enough. In conclusion, all I think is that honestly, Call of Duty needs to start releasing every 2 years. Let me know down in the comment section what you think about this. This is Hades Gaming. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share the video with your friends and hit that bell. Have a good night, guys.